I honestly don't know what's going on with my hair. Like, it's looking very rough. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my freaking channel after like 10 years. Alright, so today I'm going to be making a kind of a little different video. I'm going to be talking about my nose. Yes, I did get my nose done. I kinda got my nose done, like almost got my nose done, like it's done, but not the way you think. So about a month and a half ago, I got a liquid rhinoplasty. I basically got fillers put in my nose just to straighten my nose and fix this bump that I had right here. I still have it a tiny little bit, but it's not as bad as it was before. So I will be posting a before picture and after, right after I got it done. And then this is basically just a month update on how I feel, how it's going, and explaining the whole process in case some of you guys may have questions, because I know I did. I literally was Googling every question under the sun. Pretty much I'm just going to talk about my experience with everything and, you know, pricing and who I went to and how I trusted this complete stranger to poke needles in my nose. All right, so first things first, it does not hurt, like at all, like not one little bit. I do have a very high pain tolerance, but it was like that painful, like 0. Maybe because I went to a professional who knew what she was doing. I made my appointment with a professional. I'm so dumb because I don't know the name off the top of my head. I feel so stupid, but she basically just works with fillers. She works with like the skin. She works with skin products. She does fillers. She does these cosmetic procedures. She does pretty much everything except for like plastic surgery. I went to her about a month ago. I booked my appointment. It was very comfortable. She was very friendly. She pretty much answered all the questions that I had. So shout out to my girl. And she made it so comfortable. She guided me through the whole process, and like she let her know how much I wanted, like where and what. It's so cool because as soon as like they start putting the fillers in your nose, you kind of just see a change right away, like 1 second later. She gave me a mirror, and at first she just measured my nose kind of, and she kind of like measured where she wanted to put more filler than the other side, or kind of where she was going. She started injecting my nose. At first she asked me what kind of shape I was going for, or what did I really like want my nose to look like, and I told her, and she put this numbing cream on my nose that completely numbed my nose. Like I literally didn't feel a pinch. It was a weird sensation, like kind of like a cool sensation, because there was like this liquid. I believe she used Juvederm filler. That's what I think she used. Like, I don't even know what's going in my face. Who am I? I'm so irresponsible. Anyways, I trusted her. So pretty much she put Juvederm in my nose, just Juvederm fillers. I know that different fillers last longer than others. I'm not sure what kind of Juvederm filler she put in my nose, but she did say that it can last from 6 months up to a year. She did make it clear that the amount of time that the filler lasts, it all depends on people's bodies and how different everyone's body is, but breaking down that filler. So it can last from 6 months to a year, and the swelling does go down. Like when they first do it, you kind of have like that avatar look to you, like it's very like kind of swelling up here, but honestly I loved it because my bump was like completely gone. But that swelling does go down completely after like a week or so. Just make sure that you ice it just so it doesn't bruise up or swell up as much. You ice it. Try not to play with like the area that they injected in at. Try to just, you know, chill out. Don't touch it. Try to sleep on your, you know, back. Just try to limit the amount of physical like touch that you have with your nose, just because you don't want to mess around with that and then the fillers settle, like I guess, in a different shape. But For the first week, I was completely makeup free. I tried not to put anything on my face or any pressure, and the swelling went completely down, which I was kind of sad a little bit because like you could still see the bump, but like not crazy. I think I was more like tripping, kind of. I figured that that was just like how people become addicted to like cosmetic procedures, because from my before to literally how my nose looks now, it's completely different. Like I see the difference. Some people might be like, oh, it wasn't that bad, but no, like it was bad. This is how my nose looked before. And this is how my nose looks now. Okay, so as you guys can see, the bump was kind of up here in this area here. And she did a very good job in kind of hiding that as much as she can. She injected some filler right here in this area up here, and then just a little bit down here just to make it even, I guess. She did ask if I wanted to get fillers injected in the tip of my nose, just to kind of like raise the tip of my nose a little bit, and I kind of decided not to go with that at the end because I was, you know, new to this or whatever. And she did tell me, you know, the tip of your nose is pretty like settled, it's pretty good, so it wasn't really like necessary. But I think next time that I do go for my like I can't believe I'm saying this. Next time that I do go to refill my nose, I am going to add just a tiny little bit to the tip of my nose and probably a little bit more on the top, just because when the swelling did go down, the bump was still, you know, I could still see the bump, even though people probably think I'm tripping, but I could still see the bump a little bit. Like if you want to fix or just, you know, enhance any body parts or anything, I think that you should do it for yourself completely and not for anybody else. It's very important for you to just be happy with yourself, because that's who you're going to be dealing with for the rest of your life. And do it for you. Don't do it because, you know, somebody told you, oh, you look like this or this looks like that. No, do it for yourself because you want to make yourself happy, not other people happy. That's what my nose looks like from this side, from this angle. Literally, I have like two completely different face angles, and it's so weird and ugly and I hate it, but it's cool. So this is what it looks like from the other angle, and then from the front it just looks normal. Like my nose doesn't really look any much more different than before from the front. It might look a little bit more even just because, as you can see, my nostrils here are a little bit uneven, but other than that, it literally doesn't look like I did anything to my face. But all of a sudden, like my side profile pretty much is just better than, well, I think looks more pleasing than how it used to look before. So pricing. Nose fillers definitely really depend on where you live or who you go to. Some people charge, you know, up to $2,000 to get a liquid rhinoplasty or a liquid nose filler. And other places charge based on like how much you use of the syringe. I paid $200. I think it was like 250 something just for, I think she used half of the syringe. And she did ask if I wanted to buy the whole syringe for just like $450, and then, you know, she can save it and then use the rest at a later time for any other, you know, just to refill or if I want to come back. But I did just decide to go with the $250 just to kind of see where I was getting at. Next time I'll probably buy the whole syringe, honestly, because it's worth it. It's really cool how based on how much ever you use on your face, that's how much she charges you, which I think that's really awesome and comfortable, because, you know, some people out there can't like afford to pay just $400, $450 just like here's my stimulus check. No, like some of us can't do that. It was very affordable, at least where I went to. I know like different places you go to, it depends. Some people charge like up to $2,000 to do that, which I think is kind of a little bit crazy. So far, I am completely in love with my nose. Literally my whole self-esteem completely boosted, like a lot. Like I don't even look at any other body part that I would like to get work done on like how I used to, because I think the main thing about my insecurities was just my nose. And now that it's fixed, I'm just like, I love, you know, just being me. And not that I didn't love being myself before, but I was kind of a little bit insecure. I used to wear just my glasses all the time because that bump really bothered me. But now I feel like this is awesome. It's really cool. After you do get it done, like a couple days after, you start feeling like it kind of feels a little tender. The best way I can probably explain it is like if you hit your nose really hard up here and it kind of does bruise up like a little tiny bit, nothing crazy. Like I said, if the person that's doing it knows what they're doing, it won't bruise up. Like it will barely bruise. It will obviously bruise because it's a very sensitive area of your face, but it's nothing too crazy. And the little needle marks, you could see them up here, but they're like really tiny and they'll go away within like 3 days. Like I could have probably went to work that same day right after I got it done because it's so like not noticeable, nothing. Like it's awesome. It's really comfortable, it's really convenient, and it's cool. As they're playing with that part of the nose, like as they're injecting it, they're kind of settling the liquid in there or the filler, and they kind of move the nose around a little bit and play with it. And obviously injecting something foreign like into your skin probably triggers pain receptors, I guess. And then with like, I had like a headache for like probably not that day, but like probably the next day when the numbness was completely off and everything, you know, was completely settling in. I did have like this little, like, I wouldn't say it's a headache, honestly. I just think it's the pain. It was the pain from the area there that kind of like triggered me to think that it was a headache. But within like a week it went away. It's nothing crazy, nothing like, oh my god, I have such a bad headache, like I can't function. No, it's just like the area there is really sensitive, and as they played with it a little bit, you're kind of just bruised. But other than that, that's pretty much it. My nose has been settling really well. It hasn't, like, I feel like it hasn't faded at all, pretty much. I think just the swelling went down, so that's pretty much what faded away. It's crazy because you can't really at all see the bump. I literally look in the mirror every single day for like a whole hour just looking at my nose because I think the bump is there. See how the bump just appears like at certain angles? You kind of can see it a little bit here, like a little bit up here, you kind of can see it, but the more I turn to the side, the more it's like completely gone, which is kind of cool because this was literally like doop. I would definitely recommend it, like 100%. Like if you're having problems with your nose and you don't want to go under the knife like me because you're scared. And that's another thing. A lot of people that I know that have like gotten their noses done and stuff, like either they get botched or like their face completely changes because your nose does have a lot to do with your face. So like if you love your nose like me, I have no problem with my nose at all. Just it's a little bit uneven, but like with the tip of my nose I think is really cute. So I don't really have any problems with it. So this is like the perfect way to just like tweak and play around with your profile and really just like alter your nose in a good way to kind of fix the little imperfections and just make it as good as you want. If you guys have any questions about the whole process, please comment down below and ask me any questions you have, and I will be more than happy to answer. I will probably come back a little bit later on the year just to show you guys like the whole process and how it's done, and right after I get it done, show you guys how it does look, because it does look a little bit different than when it does settle down. It does look a little bit different than when it does settle down, but other than that, I am completely happy with how my nose turned out. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.